everyone. 1, 2. Let's see if this works. I'm going to change the camera. Hello everyone. Welcome to this guitar hangout. Emil is my name. I'm sitting here in my little studio in Sweden, and I am so excited to try and do a little stream for you all. I don't know if anyone's here yet. Actually, let me just check. Well, actually, I see the comments right now. Hello everyone. Hello from Sweden. Hello from Texas, Mississippi. Wow, Holland. This is great. Minneapolis, I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so much for joining me. Could you please let me know if you can hear me, if it sounds okay? Maybe I should turn this up a little bit like this. Let me know if you can hear me. Also, please, say hi in the comments and tell me where you're watching from. It's so exciting for me to see where everyone's sitting, and I mean, I have guitar friends all over the world, but I'm excited to do this more often on the ProGuitar channel to connect with everyone, because I mostly connect with people at the gigs when I out playing somewhere, or if I'm on the emails and on the computer. So here it's a different thing, because I can really connect and we can talk like this, and you can ask questions, anything guitar related or anything. Of course, you can ask about these headphones or my fingerstyle nails if you want to, but you can ask anything. Thank you so much. It could be a little louder. That's good. Okay, so I think I can just adjust that pretty easily, like this, maybe like this. Is this better? Let me know, everyone. Sound is good. Okay, so you're from, I can see some people are from Sweden here in the chat. And yeah, Mölndal, that's close to where I live, actually. I live outside of Gothenburg in Sweden on the west coast. And I grew up actually 2 hours north from here in a small place called Bengtsfors. But now I live here with my family, and I'm so excited to be able to do these streams from now on a little bit more often, maybe once a week. I was hoping to do this once a week. If you like it, maybe I'll do that. And if you don't already know, people who are not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, this is the ProGuitar YouTube channel, and the ProGuitar channel is where I have all my educational stuff. So everything when it comes to guitar lessons and tablature and stuff like that. On YouTube, I play, of course, I have my own channel as well. I'm posting arrangement, but this channel is mostly my educational stuff where I teach, and that's so much fun. We have a website as well, which is called ProGuitar.com, and that's where I have all my lessons. Germany, that's awesome. You've never been here for a concert? Actually, I have, but not too many times. Going to Germany actually this year. I can let you know about that later on. Anyways, do you have any questions? I'm sitting here. Let's see the other view and see if you can see my guitar better, like this. I think this is good. Actually, I thought of a chord just when I played there a little bit. There was one thing that I wanted to show you. You see this chord in the end there. I did this. The slide. This chord is a nice chord. It's actually a suspended chord. I have the capo on the second fret. Actually, let me get rid of that. Let's play it in D instead. So I'm thinking in D whenever I have the low string drop down a whole step. I'm thinking D. And this is, even if I have a capo on the second fret, I think in D major, although of course I'm in E major if I have the capo on the second fret. But here is the D major chord, and this chord was the chord that I thought about. I just thought of it now, and the thing I did there, I did this. Let's see. Which is a cool sound, and what that actually is it's an A chord, but it's suspended. Here's the A major, but it's a suspended fourth. But I also have the major third, so instead of having only the suspended sound like this, I get this sound, which is the root on top here on the 5th fret, and then I have the index finger on the 3rd fret here, and then the pinky on the 6th fret, which is the major 3rd. So you have the major 3rd, you have the suspended 4th, and you have the root on top, and then I have the A in the bass. So this sound clashes a little bit, and that's, I think, why it sounds nice, because you have the clash between the major 3rd and the 4th. But it sounds nice if you do it with the harmonics as well. You go. What I do there is that I play a harmonic on 12 frets above the fretted note there. So I strike this string with my thumb, you can see here, and I use my index finger to pluck this little high E string here, 12 frets above this note. So it sounds like this. And then I do that on the next note as well, which is here. And then I do it on the major 3rd, which is over here. And then I just play the high three strings after that. And it sounds like this. And then you get both sounds. So you go. And then you're back. It's a cool trick. Good, nice chord. I learned that from Chet Atkins, actually. Do you have any questions? Let's see. You are the harmonic wizard. I wish I could do that. Well, actually, we have a big lesson, actually 2 lessons on the ProGuitar side. If you're interested, you can check that out. It's like 1.5 hour long, I think. It's called Harp Harmonics Volume 2. And it's actually free now if you want to have just do, we have a 1 week or 5-day free trial. So you can just try it for free. And if you don't like the other lessons, if you don't want to stay, you can unsubscribe before the first billing period. But you can try it. Try the website for free. You get access to all the lessons. And that lesson, Harp Harmonics Volume 2, is where I focus on all this. I use a lot of that stuff in my arrangement. You know, just simple harmonics as well, like these harmonics. But I also use a lot of these harmonics. That stuff, you know. That stuff. You know, I should tune the guitar now. But anyway, lots of lessons there at ProGuitar.com. Let me know if you want to. Well, actually, what I'm actually doing, just to show you real quick with the harmonic stuff. If I make a bar here on the 7th fret, let's tune up to the standard tuning. I was in drop D here. Now I'm back in standard. Okay, so if I do a bar on the 7th fret, like I mentioned, you can do this. Let's see if we can get the camera right here on my face. There we go. So you go like this. You play a harmonic on the 12 frets above this fretted note, like this, with my index finger striking the string with my thumb, like this. So you can see behind there, I do that, strike it, and then I play the 9, which is here. Is the 9th fret, and it's the 9 of the chord actually, a B minor 9. So I play the harmonic, and then I do this. Let's see. Play the high E string, and then I pull it off, like that. And you get this sound. 3 notes, but it's only 1 harmonic. And then I do the same on the next string. Harmonic on the D string, regular note on the B string, and then pull off here. You get kind of like a minor 6, minor 9 sound. And it sounds like this. If I would do this, actually I'm gonna add a little bit of reverb here, just a little bit of more, you know, a little bit of talent. Get that sound. Yeah, it's something that I use a lot, of course. You've seen me play that stuff before. Anyway, lots of things there in that lesson, Harmonics Volume 2. Check it out on ProGuitar.com. Okay, talk about playing jazz blues and rhythm. Let's see, and the rhythm. Okay, so let's talk about jazz blues. Okay, so the jazz blues, first of all, for everyone who hasn't played the jazz blues, it's built, you know, it's come from the regular blues, of course. Let's do it in A major, just to make it simple. So we go A dominant 7. I usually fret it like this, or like this, you know, just the root, flat 7, major 3rd, maybe the 5th on top. Then I go to the D chord in bar 2, 3, 4, A, D, A, walking up to D, A, and then we go to F sharp, making a 2-5. Like that. So that sounds like this is a classic jazz blues progression. So it's A7 to D7, A7, then D7. Sometimes you go to D sharp diminished, and then we go back to A7, down to F sharp dominant 7. That sound, which takes us to the B minor chord, which is a 2, the second chord in A, right? Leading us to E dominant 7 and back to A, and then we play the turnaround, which is is these chords: A dominant 7, F sharp dominant 7, B minor or B dominant 7 you can play as well, and then E7. And it sounds like this. If I would play the rhythm, that's what you were asking about, the rhythm. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, D7, D sharp diminished, A, F sharp 7, and then 2-5, E7, turn around. Harmonics. So what I'm doing with my right hand is that I'm playing, you know, I'm kind of slapping the guitar like this to get that snare sound. I did a lesson on ProGuitar channel and this channel, YouTube channel actually, just a while back, a few weeks ago, which just talks about that technique. And what I'm doing is that I'm playing, I strike the guitar like this, and then I actually get the snare sound at the same time as the bass. So if I just play this A note and I do this, you can hear the snare as well. Snare. And it sounds like this. So on 2 and 4, I play that technique. Right? And so it's actually, I'm pretty relaxed in my right hand. You can see my right hand. I'm gonna just make this a little bit smaller so I can see it. So like this, I kind of pretty relaxed in my hand, and the sound is actually created by the string actually hitting the fretboard of the guitar, like that. But I also get the bass note. So when you do that as well as playing the chord, what I'm doing is that I'm playing a bass line, and on B2 and 4 I do that technique. Of course, it's a difficult thing to do because what I'm adding as well is bass lines and also chords. Parts of the chords. So I'm thinking like a little trio, right? I'm thinking about, well, I'm thinking about piano player playing all these shapes like this. So I kind of get the bass, the snare, and a little bit of piano there. And actually, if you really want to dig deep into that stuff, also, by the way, like I said before, free trial on the site, you check out a lesson called, I think it's called Moving Bass Lines, or actually, that's actually what notes to find. I think the better lesson for that technique is probably either the free YouTube video that I did a few weeks ago. You can just check it out. It's a Boogie Woogie Blues thing, just a couple of weeks ago. Check that out. And also Jazz Blues Moving Bass Lines on the site. That's a great lesson on that kind of stuff. So any more questions? Let's see if you have anything that you're thinking about. My request is, will you ever make a YouTube video where you play an arrangement of Don't Know Why by Norah Jones, or maybe a tutorial on ProGuitar? Love your version. Oh, really? I don't know if I have a version. I do have a version, actually, but I haven't played it in a long time. I think I played it in A. Let's add the beat. should tune again. You should hear that one when I play it in tune. It's even better. Anyway, that's an old joke. Thank you everyone for joining me. That's actually, I haven't played that in a long time, but that is Norah Jones, Don't Know Why. Thank you so much for suggesting that song. Let's see, you have some more things here. This is gold. Please keep the stream video in your video list after this is live. Okay, I will do that. You can watch this in, afterwards. I hope you can. I'm a beginner at this, so I need to work on how to do this, of course. But yeah, I'm acting like a pro, changing cameras, like this, like I've done this a million times. I have not, but I'm gonna be better at this hopefully at the end of the year once I've done it a few times. Anyway, let's see. Could you kindly say something about how you are choosing your guitars? Of course, yes, I can. So this guitar is my main guitar, which is my traveling instrument, and I also record a lot with that in the studio. Let's see the mic here. There we go. And it's a fingerstyle instrument. It's a kind of a small body, but it's kind of thick like this. And these guitars are actually really made for playing live, I think. They are great sounding guitars acoustically, not super loud, but they don't need to be super loud because they have a very well balanced sound. And for me, it needs to be a guitar that works to play live and that I can get something. When I do the bass lines, like I talked about earlier, you know, all this stuff. I want a guitar that when you do that style, you want to feel that beat in your stomach, you know, live. And this guitar is a guitar that I'm able to do that. And it's also because of the pickup system. This is a Maton guitar, and the pickup system is a very good one, I think. They have a good pickup system. And that's why I choose that guitar for my live sessions, but it's also super easy to play. And that's, you know, I play some stuff that's very hard to play. And yeah, I need a guitar that's easy to play. But I have several similar guitars like this one. I have, let me show you a couple if you want. Let's see. You can also ask more questions if you want, if you have something in mind. Here we go. Here's my custom shop, Maton. This is also a Maton guitar, very similar in size. It's actually the same kind of style of guitar, but this is it's better sustain. It has different frets, different kinds of wood actually in the back and sides, and it is lighter, and it resonates a lot when you play it. I love this guitar. It has a different pickup system in it, but I use this guitar mostly in the studio. I don't travel with it that much because I don't want to break it. But it's one of my favorite guitars. And I have several others. I have Telecasters, which I like. When it comes to acoustic guitars, electric guitars, I mean, I choose guitars that feel more acoustic to me, and they have kind of the same feel in a way. So I play thick strings, so on the electric guitars to get them to sing and to be able to play, you know, chords that are really, you know, with a lot of sustain. And I can't really get that on a Stratocaster kind of instrument. I much rather play a jazz box or a Telecaster for my electric stuff. But I have several. Maybe I can show you like this. You see some guitars here. There are lots of guitars, and I won't show you every one now, but I might do that in a stream. If you would like me to do a stream where I show the guitars and talk about them, I can do a stream only with that stuff if you'd like. Welcome everyone who's here. If you're just tuning in, this is a live session on the ProGuitar channel. I have my educational stuff on ProGuitar.com. I'm doing this live session. I'm learning to do this, so I'm a beginner, but I want to do this more. So let me know if you want me to do this. I hopefully can do this maybe once a week or something, and we could start to work on different things together. I can show you stuff or techniques and stuff that you would like me to show you. You can ask anything in the questions in the comments. You can also, you know, it won't be only about educational stuff with techniques and stuff. It can be about anything, music related and everything, performing. Nerves, you know, if you're nervous on stage, stuff like that. It's interesting to talk about that stuff, I think. let me see if I have some questions. What lessons would you recommend for a pick style player without much fingerstyle experience? That's a good question. So my lessons are mostly fingerstyle because I'm a fingerstyle player, but the information, the concepts and stuff that I teach, of course, you can use however you play. All the theory lessons, all the arranging lessons, arranging for fingerstyle guitar, even though it says fingerstyle guitar, the theory concepts that I teach, you can apply, of course, no matter what style you're playing. Also, for instance, if you're interested in playing solos and improvising, there's a lesson that is called country guitar soloing concepts, and that lesson is one of my favorite because I speak about some of the stuff, what should I say, how to get out of the pentatonic stuff and maybe add some more interesting notes, maybe a little bit of chromatics in there, or you can discover the Mixolydian mode and how to play that, and also some more spicier things as well. Also, another lesson that I would recommend that is not technique based. It's about the actual theory, or the scales and what you can choose when it comes to sounds and arpeggios and scales over different chords. Is a lesson called Jazz Up Your Blues, which is a fun lesson where I teach a lot about how to improvise on a jazz blues and how to spice it up using the diminished scale and stuff like that. So there's lots of lessons on the site that you can try that doesn't necessarily need you to be a finger picker. The information you can use anyways. Good question. Thank you for asking. Let's see. More questions. Let's see. Been diving into fingerstyle guitar, but have a Martin D42. Would you recommend a Collins OM2HT? Actually, you know what? I'm not the right person to ask about Collins guitars. I love Collins guitars, great guitars, but I haven't played enough of these guitars to have an opinion on what you should buy when it comes to Collins. But they are great guitars. I love Collins, and I have friends who own Collins guitars, and they sound really good. So I would say the OM style guitars, the OM Collins would be a great fingerstyle guitar. Of course, it's a great instrument, but I haven't played too many myself. Let's see, what is your favorite fingerpicking standard? Like I'll See You in My Dreams, Wind and Warm, Freight Train, etc. That's a good question. Well, there's many fingerpicking standards that I like. All those that you mentioned, I've been playing since I was 15 years old, 16 years old, something like that. And I still love these tunes. But my favorite, I would say maybe Baby's Coming Home. That's a classic Jerry Reed song that's played in a kind of Chet Atkins style way. Also, I would say standards. Maybe I love the blues songs, Deep River Blues, all those 9 Pound Hammer, all those standards are fun to play. Love that stuff. Thank you so much for asking all the questions. If you have something else that you're thinking about, let me know. Please write where you're watching from. That would be great to learn where you're from. Okay, let's see. Actually, I want a course that would help me get going as a fingerstyle player. That was your actual question. Sorry for answering that in the wrong way, actually. Then I know what you need to watch. Okay, any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so if you want to get into fingerstyle and learn how to get the thumb independent from the fingers, I have lots of lessons on the site, ProGuitar.com. So I would actually recommend some of the free lessons. If you go to free lessons, there's a little course there, fingerstyle basics. But my favorite to get the thumb independence in the beginning, to work on the fingerstyle, I would recommend the lesson which is called Thumb Independence. So you just search for thumb independence on the site, it will come up. And that lesson is my favorite when it comes to getting this independent from the fingers. That's the first thing that you need to do. And then you can take it from there. And there's a lot of lessons after that, but that's actually, getting the thumb independent is the most important thing. And it's basically about doing this. So you're playing with your thumb, and then you're adding different things, rhythms and stuff. Similar things. I don't think I played that on the lesson, but stuff like that gets your thumb used to playing the boom chick bass at the same time as playing something with your fingers. It's a lot of work, but it's the good thing with finger picking and fingerstyle is that once you get over that hill, when you start to feel like the thumb is just it's just playing and you don't really think about it, you can focus on the melody, you can focus on the chords and how to phrase the melody however you want. So that's the goal. So you don't have to think about your thumb. You just think about the song and the music and the melody and how you want to phrase the melody. And if you get the thumb independent from your fingers, even if you don't like all that stuff, the country stuff or the blues stuff, getting this independent from your fingers will help everything you do on the guitar. Even all the ballads that I play, any ballad, all those, all that stuff, that is not a bass line that is, the same every time, or it's, it's not a bass line that has the same rhythm all the time. But if you get the thumb independence going with the picking stuff, everything else you play, the piano style playing like I just did, that stuff, that will become much easier once you get the thumb independence. So that's a good thing to practice. Okay, let's see. How can you remember everything? Well, that's a good question. I don't. I don't remember everything. But I need to work on things, to remember it. I was sitting today playing this song, which I haven't played in such a long time. So that was a lick there. That stuff. I had no idea how I play that, and I realized I need to work on it. So I, once in a while, to remember everything, I play my arrangements. I play the songs that I play live, work on them, so that I can remember hopefully most of it. But the thing is, when I start to play guitar, I cannot play the arrangement very, very similar every time. And still I have arrangement that I kind of want to play the same way every time. Not that I phrase the melody the same, but I kind of have the same arrangement. I play the whole thing very similar every time. But as I got older and learned a little bit more about how to play live, how to play solo live, I realized that if I don't decide everything, it's easier for me. Because if I don't have everything decided what to play exactly, or if I have an open space where I can improvise and do something else, if I have that, then I don't make as much mistakes, because there's not a decided way how I should play this every time. It's open, it's more free. And that is actually, it released a little bit of, nervousness and tension, because if I could play it different every time, and if I get lost or something happens, it doesn't matter because don't have a set way to play it. It's not a wrong thing if I play another chord or something. I don't see that as a mistake, even though it might sound like one sometimes. But I see it as something that, okay, so this time I played like this, and it's maybe the last time was better, but this was also okay. So I don't play them, most of the arrangement, the exact same way, and that's a good thing for me to do. Thank you so much for asking. You are too kind with your questions and everything. It's so fun that you're writing to me. Let's see if I can see what you're. I'm from Rome. Is there any information or lesson on the ProGuitar site which covers how to record acoustic guitar for videos? That's a great question. Actually, there is not. Maybe I should do that. Is that something that you would watch, maybe? How I record my guitars and what I use. If you think that's a good idea, maybe I should do that. That's a great suggestion for ProGuitar. Yeah, let me think about that. That's a good one. If you don't mind, Maestro, could you please play Baby's Coming Home? Yes, let's see. Something like that. That's Baby's Coming Home. One of my favorite ones. Okay, let's see. Have you ever tried flamenco style or classical to push yourself as a guitar player? That's a good question. I started off playing some classical stuff, but that was a long time ago, and I don't really use that technique anymore, but I love that style and those classical guitar players that can do that. But I haven't focused on that. I would love to do that maybe later on and learn more about it. But the thing is, my technique is so different from that stuff. So harmonically, I love to listen to that stuff. But when it comes to technique, my guitar is kind of planted here on the bridge of the guitar. And when you play classical, you don't really have that same position with your instrument, with your hands. So it gets, for me, it gets a little bit tricky to combine and do both. But I should. I mean, it's great to try different things to kind of broaden your whole, your whole technique as a player. Let's see. Are you plugged in now? No, I'm not plugged in. I have no cable, but I do have a microphone just here. Let's see if you can see it. Looks like that. That's the mic. Hopefully that's the sound coming from that. And digitally, I could add some reverb like this. Let's tune up again. I need to change strings. I feel like this a little bit off. Let's see. This should be somewhere here, I think. There we go. No reverb when I'm speaking. Okay, so that's the thing. I'm using this mic called Wave 3, which is a good mic from, I think, Elgato or something. That's the name of it. Really cool mic, and it's very simple. I don't have a lot of things going on here, just one mic to speak and to play. Any more questions before I say goodbye? Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in today. It was such a fun thing to do. I hope you got something out of it. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. Write in the comments. Maybe follow the channel or subscribe to the channel so you can not miss the next session that we're doing. I really enjoyed it. It's so cool of you to ask questions and hanging out a little bit here with me. We're gonna see if we can do this, like I said, once a week. If you're not familiar with the site yet, check out ProGuitar.com. That's where I have all my lessons. If you ever have any questions, reach out to me at ProGuitar Official on Instagram. You can also comment on the videos on ProGuitar.com. If you're a subscriber, you can actually comment, and you can even send in, in the comments underneath the videos, you can send in a video of you asking a question, and I can respond in text or video to you if you'd like to ask something about something there. There's so much lessons, so many lessons there, and I hope you can check them out and that you will like them. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. We have one more question. Okay, then, a difficult question. Is your arrangement of Norwegian Wood by the Beatles? There's a part where you do strumming. How on earth do you manage it with your nails? Ah, good question. It's in drop D. So I think what you mean is this part. Or something like that. And let's see if I can change camera. Like that part. All blues. You know that part? I just strum it with my thumb pick or nails like this. So. And sometimes it's just, I never strum up with my thumb pick actually when I strum, but when I play single lines, I play thumb pick and index finger. When I strum, I usually do it with the nails, like that. Or with my thumb like this, like that. Like that, downstroke. So, but I'm not a good strummer. I mean, that's not my technique at all. But I try to use it sometimes in an arrangement like that to get it to kind of, you know, rhythmically and also dynamically kind of change with the strum like that. Difficult to answer that question, but sometimes I use the thumb, sometimes I strike the nails like this, strike the strings like this with my nails. When you record the videos on Instagram, you sound so well. What do you use to record? That's a good question. You can't see them right now, but I have two microphones in that little room over there. That's actually a door. That's a door too. But behind there, I have two mics. It's Neumann TLM 102. two of those mics, Neumann TLM 102. I put them pretty close to the guitar sometimes, one here and one here. Let's see, I'll change this view. One here close to the 12th fret and one here by the bridge. And I kind of pan them a little bit left to right, 32 to the left, 32 to the right sometimes. I add a little bit of reverb, or a lot of reverb depending on the song. And I do a little bit of EQ, and I mostly do a little bit, a little bit of mixing in Pro Tools. And add a little bit of compression sometimes. But mostly it's basically the stereo thing that gets that big sound. Now I have one mic, and this is not as big sounding at all. Of course, this is not a good mic compared to the other ones. But still, if you get some reverb on it, so a little bit of reverb on it, you can actually get a pretty good sound with a simple mic like this. But if you want a bigger guitar sound, I would suggest two microphones, put them pretty close to the guitar actually, and pan them a little bit left to the right, 32 to the left, 32 to the right. That's what I do. And then a little bit of compression, kind of cut the bass. I kind of lower the high ends sometimes a little bit in the EQ, and then a little bit of compression and reverb. That's how I do it. But I can go through that maybe one time on a live session. I can go through that stuff and show you everything in detail if you want. If you would like to have a session on that topic, that would be fun too. Thank you so much everyone for joining me. I think I should stop now. I've been playing for almost an hour. But thank you for joining me. I'll see you hopefully next time. If you are interested in this streaming stuff, let me know, write comments. I'll leave this video up here on YouTube for a while so you can check it out afterwards if you want to remember something that I said or showed you here. But if you're interested, comment on the video, let me know, and I will send out an Instagram story whenever I go live. Also, I will send out a message for every ProGuitar subscriber. I will send an email as well, so to let you know that I am streaming and what time I'm streaming. Thank you so much, everyone. See you, and have a great day. See you next time. Goodbye.